Hello, everyone! Welcome to another episode of What Women Want in Tech. And for today, we actually have a very special guest. We have here Vika of the Modern Creatures. O, diba? Bongga, meron na tayong mga special guest. From time to time, you guys should expect, guest, not specifically women, but as much as possible, of course, we want these podcast to not just be all about us, 'di ba? Siyempre, kailangan may mga ini-interview rin tayo. We wanna know the story behind those people. So, Vika, you might wanna introduce yourself and then we will follow na lang.
Okay, hi guys. I'm Vika of the Modern Creatures, and we also do tech stuff and also on a more lifestyle angle as well. So for having me and inviting me, you guys. I'm so excited to be here.
Yes.
Formal natin eh.
Yay!
Parang hindi tayo magka-Viber like every day.
Oo nga,
Ang
yeah.
formal pala nung intro ko, parang hindi ako yun.
Mamaya,
I'm not,
mamaya.
I'm not like that.
So yun, while we're here, I'll introduce myself. Hi guys, I'm Leah from UnboxPH. I'll make it quick na lang. Oh, ikaw, Isa.
Hi guys, I'm Isa and I do tech tech
In
lifestyle
your
stuff.
life.
Yeah, tech in
Akala ko
your life.
nag-intro ka eh.
In style.
Okay.
Yes, I also try to do tech and basically content on how you use it in your everyday life. And yeah, yun. So formal natin pag-start lagi.
I know,
True.
right?
And and I'm Mary Bautista. That's it. I'm Mary. Hello.
Needs no introduction.
Oo nga
Yeah.
eh.
Oy, di
Mic drop.
naman.
Mary is Mary.
So yun, in this particular episode, we'll be talking about the different types of content that we create sa mga channel. Actually, not just on YouTube, across different platforms. It's really because springing from our conversation dun sa last podcast natin that alam mo yung people tend to think that tech videos are all reviews when that's far from the case. So ngayon we'll be talking about ano-ano ba yung different types of content that we create para when you watch your videos, you know what to expect depending on sa title pa lang, sa pagtingin nyo pa lang sa titles. So yon. Okay. So guys, umpisa na natin. What makes a review different from any other type of content that you create? So unahin natin si Vika kasi siya yung guest natin.
That's fun!
Laging una si Vika.
Vika, expect mo na ikaw ang laging una.
So na, okay, prepared ba ako? Hindi, but let's go. What was the question again?
It's really di ba, I'm sure you create a lot of different content aside from reviews, but what makes your video, article, or any
Yeah,
type of review different from everything else that you produce?
Sa amin, since we're a tandem, our main goal is the same naman. Diba how tech is always perceived as this complicated, this very numbers game. And it's not the case talaga anymore. Ang gusto namin is it's presentable to everyone na you don't have to feel inferior to understand a phone. Like, so what if it's a Snapdragon 665 10 20,000, whatever,
10,
diba? But
20,
I like
30, 40, yeah.
Oo, 'di ba? I like the camera, it makes me look nice and I appreciate it in my everyday life, 'di ba? It's not always about power, it's not always about being the best of everything, being number one, 'di ba? So in tech, ang gusto namin is to break the barriers, is to break that stereotype, to get all those gatekeeping people and say, "Hey, pwede naman kami dito eh." I mean, we use these every day. Plus, syempre gusto namin maganda yung shots. So you in creating content, you really have to find what you like the most. So for us, we like videography. We come from filmmaking background. So gusto namin presentable and informative, not necessarily tech or specs heavy. I'm sorry, specs heavy. Yun yung angle namin lagi. Let's forget the specs for 1 minute and see how it really does in your life, whether you're a guy or a girl or anything, any orientation you may be, 'di ba?
And share
Ginagamit
ko lang
namin yan.
sila Vika has one of the best, like the crispest videos out there. Like
Solid.
super idol when it comes to videos. You guys should watch it. Sorry, I just really had to say.
Yes.
We're
It's
trying.
very,
We're
I think the term we use is cinematic. Sobrang
Yes.
cinematic ng mga professionally done yung mga shots nila. Solid.
Actually,
Lalo,
parang ano sila, parang commercial worthy. Like, pwede mong ipalabas sa TV, ganon.
Yeah.
no,
Actually,
ay,
oo.
hindi ka namin binibilog yung ano dito. Vika, we mean it. I mean, even
Yeah.
have you seen their car
Oh
videos?
yeah,
It's
dude.
it's difficult. It's very difficult and different shooting cars kaysa
Yeah.
mga
Yeah,
smartphones. To
yeah,
begin
yeah,
with,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
the scale alone of the TV nga lang, ang hirap na i-shoot eh. Ang laki
Oh,
eh.
TV, hindi pa ako marunong mag-shoot ng TV, sorry, hirap ako. See, I mean,
Oh
that's
my
what I
God.
mean, we have learning avenues, 'di ba? I don't know how to
Correct.
shoot
Yeah.
TV. It's hard. It's really hard. I don't know how to make it look nice yet, but that's what we're learning. We're here to learn, 'di
Ayun,
ba?
tinuturo ni Mary yung Kuka na TV niya. Kuka yan, di ba?
Yes, very struggle.
Ah.
Nai-stress ako. It's so big, I don't even know how to fit it in my camera.
'Di ba?
Super, super wide angle.
Yeah.
Ultra wide.
Kapitbahay.
Pero ang ganda, ganda all their content and everything since they start. I've always been like super a big fan. I always say like if you wanna see like legit cinematic content in the lens of tech and lifestyle, the modern
Yes.
creatures is the way to go. Yeah.
Actually, no. The modern creatures. Nung when they became part of UCN. Syempre, as someone who is very new to tech as well. Syempre, hindi pa ako very well known sa background nila and all that. So I was asking Isa nga about you guys. And then later we found out na you guys kayo yung very specific tech reviewers who make reviews or I mean who makes videos about cars. And then agad agad ko sinabi kay Jason because Jason loves cars so much. Sabi ko, makakasundo mo talaga sila, especially Kevin. So, guys, if you're looking for like car videos, not specifically car reviews, but you know, anything all about like first impressions about the latest cars, you should really go check out their channel. Sobrang solid.
Ang
Sisingit
tight.
ko lang. Ay,
Go, go,
Ayan,
go, go.
singit, singit ko lang, even with cars like kami ni Kev, 'di ba when you talk about cars, you talk about how the engine, the horsepower, again, sobrang specs heavy. Ang hirap ngayon is that cars are so vehicles nga. Vehicles are closely integrated na talaga with tech
Yeah.
na as a woman, I will look for a Android Auto car because it's the most convenient thing on earth. And okay na sa akin yung medyo
Mhm.
okay lang, medyo mabilis,
Yeah.
basta may Android Auto.
Yeah.
Kasi it's,
Yeah.
'di
Yeah. I
ba?
get you.
So
Yeah.
tech is everywhere, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm so confused kasi I'm not a car person.
Yes,
As
actually
in,
hindi ko magets yung Android.
Android
Alam mo,
Auto.
like,
Umaamin
Vika,
na lang ako.
go.
Android Auto, basically, sobrang simple. Mini-mirror niya it's not
Mhm.
even mirroring. It's software in the car for your phone. So you can basically access Waze, Spotify, your messages, na parang app. It's
Yeah.
app-based na lahat. So para kang may
Mhm.
phone sa car.
Yeah.
So,
yun yung
sobrang cool
pinalagay sa
niya.
car namin.
Yes,
Mary.
pwede siyang ilagay.
Nadyahe ako kasi ako ang tinitignan ko lang, may gasolina ba? Titirik ba? May hangin ba yung
Okay ba
gulong?
yung
Okay,
gulong?
oo, okay, fine, I'll drive.
It's, you know what, Leia? It's fine because sobrang segue lang at
Yeah.
alam ni Mary to. Nakalimutan ko kung paano i-on yung aircon because I stopped driving during the pandemic. Tapos parang ako,
So, na nakita kami, parang pawis na pawis siya, ganyan. Ang haggard niya.
so that's fine, you're fine. But that's a value of what Vika's saying. Again, sorry sumingit kami, magiging The Modern Creatures yung title
Yes.
ng podcast na to. Pero I just
Move
really
na
wanted to
tayo,
say,
oo.
yeah. Take it away, Vika.
Isa, di ba
Ayan.
nag-car event ka na din?
Hindi ko
Ay!
alam to, oh.
So I actually, once upon a time, me and Kevin worked together and Kevin couldn't make it to a car event. So I went. So can you imagine the surprise of all the people who were there? And I was just like, fight. And I drove. And they were like, and I was just like, haha, break muna.
Can I just
Long
paint you
story,
the
yeah.
paint
Yeah,
you the
go.
landscape muna of the motoring community? They're really these manly men,
Yeah.
ha? Like, ang
Yeah.
hirap. And then ang kwento sa'kin ni Kev is what, when, pagpasok daw ni Isa nagtataka yung mga motoring media, "Who is this brightly colored hair na babae
Siyempre,
na lifestyle?" 'Di ba? Yun yung kwento niya sa'kin. I'm
Naliligaw
like,
ka ba?
"Yes, go Isa, break
and
stereotypes."
and I was there, and then they were like, it's okay if you don't drive. I'm like, I'm gonna drive. Kahit I hate driving a lot. I was just like, Antipolo, let's go. And then and then there was me going like, okay, I don't want to off road, but can I be on the pickup when we off road so I can shoot my reactions? Parang sila, si Ate Girl. Anong ginagawa ni Ate Girl?
Oh, 'di ba?
But it was
Different
fun.
motoring content kaagad. It's not the
Yeah.
usual. Why
Yeah,
not?
definitely,
Girls drive
definitely.
too.
Yes. Pero alam nyo, hearing all these stories makes me realize talaga, all the content that we do, we really are all different. 'Di ba?
Mm-hmm.
Parang, alam mo yun, we don't really have to describe it. We just have to show, o ito yung
Yeah,
link. And then malalaman mo agad what kind
Mm.
of content we make.
definitely, definitely. So before we interrupted Vika,
Go na, let's
sorry
put the
naman
spotlight
Vika.
on someone.
Sorry
Isa, I will
naman.
pass it to you.
Wait
Yes,
lang.
I
Sabi
I
mo.
don't even know what
Sabi
the
mo.
question is anymore eh. Parang, ano ba?
Medyo
Nagkikwento
nag-slide
na ba
tayo kasi
tayo?
sa different types of content.
Yeah.
So yun, I guess ang unang takeaway dito is when you say tech, it's not just smartphones.
Yes.
Tech is
Correct.
actually our everyday life. It can be
Yes.
the car that we drive, or it
Correct.
can be our home appliance.
Yes.
Uy, and
O
it
sige,
can... Oh, go girl,
sasaluhin ko
ikaw.
na-connect ko na. Sorry, medyo. So I mean, I completely agree with what Vika says, and I think that, I mean, coming from my background also, I was like the lifestyle part of a tech publication. It was always unang-unang coming in and thinking about it in a way where you think like, what is an underserved sector of tech? Kumbaga. So again, that boils down to me. Like I feel like when I look for a device, a lot of the time content is not made for me. So for me, even if we're talking about like how to tackle tech content or tech reviews, a lot of my motivation when creating my videos, and this is something that I learned in the process of me creating videos. Kasi this is not something I thought about when I started my channel. It was more of representation. Because what type of content do I want to see? Later on, as I was doing my content, I realized I'm my own target audience. Leia, we get along so well the very first time we met because we were the two lifestyle girls. And you knew exactly what I wanted. But a lot of the time, content is not served towards our audience. The same way I became fast friends with Mary, the same way I became fast friends with Vika. So in all of that, it's also for me, you have looking at tech in with a lower barrier to entry because we have different needs. What Vika was talking about, looking at tech in a way that it's not seen as a monolith, like Vika was saying, because it's not like Leo was saying, because it's not just smartphones or this or that. It's like it's automotive, it's smart home, it's pet care, it's baby care. All these different things. But it's also representation. So to me, and this ties down to, I promise this ties down to Leia's question, because Leia's initial question was, how does a review become different to you? To me kasi a review is when I pass judgment. And strictly speaking, if I pull down my journalist background, it's when I look at it in a lens of, is it worth it? Is it not worth it to buy? But then later on, you realize that again, all these things that we just talked about, that tech is not one thing. Tech has different uses to different people. And also looking at it from the angle of wanting to represent a different sector, a different audience for tech, you realize you can't just stand here and see it's worth it or not worth it. You have to put context behind it. And so that's the flavor I try to add to my reviews. These days, I rarely do reviews. Strictly speaking, it's also because I feel like when you talk about the device and use it and show how you use it, parang the people who gravitate towards who the device is meant for will see it and get that context. Very rarely I make reviews, and sometimes I make reviews when I feel like there's an interesting angle to make a review about the phone. Like I do a lot of like non-gaming gamer phone review. Why? Because I'm a non-gamer. And sometimes people are curious outside of gaming, what is the value of this device? And I want to check that out. So in that angle, I'm doing a review because I'm sort of in this lens, in this point of view, I'm giving you judgment. But to a lot of things, a lot of people, a good phone is a different thing. And that's why, a big aspect of it for me is creating context for that. When I pass judgment on a certain device, I'm always asking, what's a bad phone for you? And they always say, it depends. Who are you asking? Me as a user? You as a
Mm,
user?
mm,
You as a you as a user who want to save money? You as a user who just want the best without regard for money? So for me, that's where I'm coming from when you say review, and that's why it's always been coming from also journalist background, such a heavy word, di ba? Na parang review. And I guess it's also because I've been trained to say na pag sinabi kong review yan, yun na yun. I can't, to this
mm,
day, like there are, I can't even, to me, I can't even like do paid collaborations when it comes to reviews kasi coming from that background, I mean, of course, we've seen the podcast with MKBHD talking about branded content and how, different styles for different content creators, and that's fine. But to me personally, with my background, kasi parang ang hirap eh. But I think that whenever there's a creator you follow and there's a creator you watch, you sort of have to look at the lens of how they're creating their content and who it's for, so that you understand when they come up with these conclusions, these judgments, you see the whole picture. So, ang haba nun ba? That to me is like how I look at reviews in general. It's always hard nga because Leah says, everyone's like, review, review, review. But,
mm, mm.
I mean, how can you say it's a review when a lot of people can't even agree on what a review is? Yun yung biggest part, di ba? So, yun. Yun for me. What about you, girls?
Mary, ikaw.
Dami nun.
Honestly, just like Isa, I have a lot of feelings when it comes to creating videos and putting titles on it. Kasi honestly, syempre parang looking back sa mga tech videos that was being created. Yun talaga yung parang let's just say ano ba, barrier or yung pinaka parang yun yung nakasanayan eh. You make a review. Even brands now, they still are using the word make a review video. This is ganyan ganyan. And we really honestly ang hirap kasi nga syempre you can't accept a paid review video. So what should we say? Parang ano ba? Is this a featured video? Ganito ganyan. Kaya nga when I make videos, I make sure din na talaga na alam mo yun, very transparent. Ay, oh, wait. Okay, so, sorry, medyo lumalayo tayo with Leia's question, no? But, when I create content kasi, honestly, when I started, sige, let's just start here. When I started creating content, hindi naman ako, like, technically, sobrang galing. If you will be watching my old videos, sobrang mapapahiya talaga ako. Like, huwag mo nang panoorin, ganito, ganyan.
Grabe
Kasi
naman.
sobrang, when pag narinig niyo yung Mary Bautista before 2018, parang hindi ako yon. As in hindi I mean we all came somewhere. Alam ko naman yon, 'di ba? We all started somewhere. So parang anyway, I'm proud kung ano yung naging ako. Pero before kasi, nung gumawa ako ng YouTube channel, sobrang bihira. Eto, before to, this was 2018. Sobrang rare ka makakakita ng reviews in Tagalog, lalo na babae. When I was searching for a review na Tagalog, it was Liz, Filipina. Pero English yung language niya. It was Liz Tech.
Oh,
Liz Tech is not here, pero yeah, Liz
hindi ko
started with
inabot
English.
yun.
Oo. If you
Oh.
will look back sa old videos niya, anyway, shout out to Liz. Pasensya na,
Shout
ikaw na
out.
pag-usapan. But
Ang wala
anyway.
pinag-uusapan. Ang wala laging
True. Oh,
pinag-uusapan.
kaya be here next time. Charot. When Liz was starting, English, pero Filipino. So parang I think she was targeting international viewers. So parang ako as someone na parang nakakita talaga ako ng opportunity and as someone na naghahanap din ng reviews, specifically iPhone because I don't know anything about Android. So ako, nakahanap ako ng opportunity. So, I created my YouTube channel since nakita ko rin naman na it looks like people really wants Tagalog unboxing videos. Talagang nag-boom kasi yung iPhone unboxing ko and I'm not really sure why. Probably because I kept on saying things na parang very consumer na parang
Mm,
part,
mm.
yung parang I'm speaking on behalf of them. So I started creating videos in Tagalog na on a girl's perspective or a woman or girl, bata pa ako nun sobra. So parang so, sorry, I keep on, parang nagbo-blob na ako ngayon. Hindi ko alam kung may direction pa ba yung sinasabi ko. But anyway, if may family na like nakikinig or watching right now, sobrang magigets nyo to. Kasi syempre, I always tell this story. Never ko naman siya sinikreto. I found an opportunity, kinuha ko, I grabbed it, and I made sure na consistent ako. And um, that's how I came on this sabihin ko sana, position. And then, ang parang naisip ko, parang ang bastos.
Hoy!
But yeah, what
Hindi
makes
naman.
my,
Nice nun.
Totoo
what makes
naman.
my
Mary
content,
ka ah.
what makes my content different is probably, I don't know, honestly, that's a very, let's just say, hard question to answer since, there's a lot of female tech content creator right now and I don't really mind. I'm very happy kasi marami akong nakakausap. Just like you guys, we relate to each other. But right now, I'm in a position na parang ang hirap talaga for myself to describe what I'm doing and what makes me different.
Girl, I
Actually,
can tell
there was
you. I
there
can
was
tell
sige,
you.
wait lang. There was this time when Carlo asked me, "What makes you different?" Promise, I was not able to answer it. And I have to ask some people pa, what makes me different ba? I have to ask them on their perspective kung ano yung ginagawa ko kasi nga I myself can't even answer it.
Girl, so the very first time I saw your videos, and I told you this, and if you guys listen to the podcast about me and Mary meeting for the first time, this ties in. Because when you watch Mary's video, she's very relatable, she's very casual, she's very relaxed. It's like a friend who's talking to you.
Yeah.
And also why when I first saw you when we had not met, I was thinking in my head na friends
Uy,
na
friend ko
tayo.
to.
Oo, so I almost said hi. But so like to me that's like that's a very big thing because you can't fake being genuine. You
Yeah.
can't fake just having that conversation with an audience and you do that so well. Like hands down for me, for me talaga that's what
Yeah.
Ah,
I feel like draws people in talaga. Like you're just very genuine.
oh my God, Isa, may sagot na ako kay Carlo. You guys, you know what?
True
When Carlo
eh.
will ask me again
Oo.
about this, I'll just have to listen to this podcast again tapos write down
I-link
what
mo na
Isa
Oh,
lang.
said.
i-play
Yes.
mo na lang, tapos lagay mo yung timestamp.
Actually, for all of you, ang pinaka napansin ko out of actually, I don't want to stereotype, pero for women reviewers and women on YouTube, it's really the sincerity. It comes out eh. And we're speaking from you guys are speaking from what you know. You're not pretending to be some super knowledgeable tech blogger. You're speaking from kung ano yung alam mo, 'di ba? Eh kung may hindi ka alam, aaralin ko until to the point that I'm satisfied. You don't have to know
Mhm.
everything. And I see that with you guys na sobrang inspiring because you're just being you. And it's so nice to
Actually,
see. Oh.
alam mo ba, Vika, when someone will ask me about this certain tech, I'm always honest. Like, sinasabi ko, ay, hindi ko alam eh. Sorry, I don't
Mhm.
know everything. Seryoso, when may mga, like, technical kasing questions, and then when I don't know
Mm.
the answer, hindi ko talaga alam. Hindi
And
siya
that's
part ng
okay, 'di
research
ba?
ko, 'di ba? And
Oo,
then,
Yeah.
that's
hindi ko rin siya
okay.
na-experience.
And you know, I feel like that's also one strength that YouTube brings. And like to me kasi, I don't see like for example, what some would say, oh, itong mga girls na to, they're vying for the same audiences. You know, if you know already what your branding is, if you know already how you present your stuff, you're not gonna look at other creators as
Mm.
rivals eh. The way I
Mm,
see it,
mm.
like if there's sometimes I get comments, why are you like big comment. Bakit hindi ka nagtatagalog? Magtagalog ka. You know what I do?
I
I
get
link to
that
Mary's
too.
channel. I link to Mary's channel. I go, oh, that's fine because that's not how I do my content, but you can watch her because legit I vouch for her content, you know? If someone asks about like a phone that I don't cover, I can say unbox. If someone asks about more lifestyle reviews, automotive. I can go the modern creatures. And like to me, I think that's the beauty of the platform that we're on. Like it's not so much rivalry because you can't possibly cover a
Mm-mm.
lot. And I say that
Mm-mm.
coming from someone who used to work at a publication and who used to need to cover everything. These days, I don't even try. If I have one phone in my hand, I'll use that one phone and, do whatever content. But end of day kasi, it becomes not a competition. It's a mindset thing. If you're able to think of it as kakampi mo to and these are your friends, that makes all the difference.
Good for the consumer also. Kasi nga,
Mm-mm.
libre naman manood ng YouTube videos, guys. So, alam mo
Oo.
yun, if you're trying to research on a specific product, then you can watch several reviewers. They may not always agree on everything precisely because we're looking for different stuff on a smartphone or any gadget. Pero it gives you a well-rounded idea before you purchase that with your hard-earned money. So it only benefits everybody the way I see it.
But
Ayun.
alam mo, like, natutuwa ako, Leia, because we don't fight about things that we don't agree on. That, 'di ba? We
Yeah.
don't always
Respeto
agree
na
on each other.
lang.
Oo,
Correct.
eh.
We
But
respect ourselves.
yeah. You know
Tsaka kung
what?
nandun ako pate na if let's say may binili kayong product na I would never buy, eh
Hindi,
bakit
wag
pera
mong
ko ba yung
bili.
pinambili nyo?
Yeah.
Hindi naman,
But
pera nyo naman
you
yun.
you know what? It's so funny because I went on a podcast with one of my tech creator friends. And this tech creator friend of mine, I don't know if you know him. I mean, you probably know him. See Juan the gadget guy. And Juan creates like very exacting reviews, like very specific deep dives. He also talks about like deep tech and like tests them out like very specifically. But I love him. He's one of my good friends. And one time he had me on my podcast and he tells me na parang, what's very interesting when you review, sabi niya, it's that you give your opinion on how you used your stuff, but you do it very defensively. It's as if alam mo that all the tech bros will come at you and say this. So instead of saying, I like this because it's pink. You say, I like this because it's pink, but it's also, I believe that ganito, ganyan, ganyan. And based on performance, despite this or that, I believe that, so I feel like that's also another thing when it comes to how technology content and how technology use has been normalized for users like us. We've always come second when it comes to tech that's created, tech content that's created. So I call it the culture of acquiescence. As users, we just acquiesce to what the big boys say is the best. And most of the time, that makes you as a user parang just acquiesce to the stuff that you don't really need, you don't really want for yourself. But because, you don't want to think about it. Because I always say, it's not like we can't understand. It's like, it's just, you're presenting it to us in a way that we don't appreciate. Eh, kung bigyan mo ako ng TV, tapos sabihin mo sa akin, yung pixels niyan, 7,560. Wala mong pakialam sa pixels niya eh. Yung pakialam ko, cable management, maganda ba siya, manipis ba siya, kasya ba dun
Maganda
sa
ba?
binili kong table na antique, di ba? So, like, when you talk,
Antique.
di
Oh
ba?
my God.
Pero di ba, when you talk to someone
Yes.
kasi, and you talk to them about a thing, knowing that there's an aspect of this thing that they're not interested in. Sa tingin mo ba, pag kinausap mo sila specifically about that one aspect they're not interested in, that they'd be happy to engage with you? Of course not. And time and again, lifestyle users have been talked to that way. And so us as users, we've been trained to just say yes to yes, yes, yes. Kasi yun yung in-advise nila kahit it's perfect for them, but not perfect for us. And I
Parang
feel like that
na-sales talk.
yes, oo. Yan yung sabi ko lagi, yung tech bro na papasok ka sa mall. Kuya, asan yung magandang selfie camera? May pink ako nakita sa commercial. Sabi ko, Kuya, ma'am, hindi po yun. Mabagal po yun. Pag Genshin Impact mo, hindi po yun gagawin. Hindi ka na mag-Genshin Impact, di ba?
Genshin Impact.
Pero di ba?
Confession,
Pero yung
I've never played that in my
Oo.
life.
Pero ito yung catch. Maniniwala ka, pero hindi ka naman nagja-Genshin Impact.
Mm.
Tapos uuwi ka, yung binili mo, hindi yung gusto mo. Ang binili mo,
Correct.
yung sinabi ni Kuya, kasi sabi ni Kuya, ito yung malakas eh. So,
Mm.
I feel like that also trickles down to how we make our content. Like Vika mentioned earlier, how we talk about our experiences and not so much the specs. We are tending to go towards our needs specifically. I feel like that's a direct like reaction to all of those things.
Going
Grabe
back
ko
to what I asked kanina, in terms of content, I think I mentioned this last time, at least for Unbox. When we say review, it's when we've used it for mga 2 weeks or more.
Yeah.
If we just unboxed it and said something about it, that's not a review because truth is, you don't really know the phone so well unless you've used it as your daily driver, di ba? Kasi ako, honestly, meron akong tendency na, oh my gosh, this is brand new, shiny phone. Excited na excited ako when I unbox it. Tapos magbigay ako ng first impressions. Tapos, after using it for 2 weeks, dun ko na-realize, ay, it's not for me pala. Na-excite lang ako. Yung ganon. So, minsan, yung difference na yun sa time, it can change our experience and syempre our judgment of that particular product. But then again, sabi, to naman ako being defensive. That's me. It's based on my experience with it.
See?
Isa, alam mo, Isa, sobrang I get you with what you said kasi I have a tendency na uunahan ko na sila before they put it in the comment section. I would think, they will probably say this. So, i-insert ko na to sa sasabihin ko para wala na. And yet,
Yeah.
sometimes, even if you insert it, you get the same freaking comment anyway.
Yeah,
Ay,
yeah.
sorry. Lumabas yung frustration.
Na-trigger lahat. Nakita mo yung pag-yes ng lahat ng tao.
But put it this way, ganito ko, sinasabi ko na blatantly, if it's not a review, sabihin ko na, guys, this is not a full review. I only just got the phone a couple of days ago, couple of hours ago. And then sasabihin pa rin sa akin, either nice review, oh, thank you. I mean, it's a good, fine, you enjoyed the video, I take it as that. But again, it's not a review. Or sasabihin, it's an incomplete review. Eh, hindi nga review.
Dude, ako nga, dumating na ako sa point na when I do my unboxing plus camera tour, I say na parang, of course, it's just our first look. I'd still need more time with the phone. Because like there are people, kakasabi lang, camera tour lang, not even a vlog test, right? So I'm literally just going through the features. Go outside. There's no photos, bad review. I'm like, ah! Saan ka galing?
Oo eh.
Pero share
Parang
ka na.
unboxing. I'm
Ay,
just
go, Vika,
quickly lang.
please.
Parang
Go.
unboxing pa lang, or like Isa said, first initial review or first look, uunahan ka na eh. Sasabihin na, no, it's an ugly phone. That's not a good phone. Don't bother. Yung parang, wait lang guys. Like Leia said, I literally just got it out of the box. I don't know what it
Vika,
does. Diba?
alam mo ba, like, not to be mean or anything,
Oo.
sabi sa akin ni Jamie, of course, sabi niya sa akin before, kapag daw may mga ganong comments na parang mas marunong pa sa atin who experienced the device, who got the device, and sila hindi, you don't have an opinion. Parang wala kang
No
karapatang
hands-on, no
sabihin, di ba?
opinion.
No
No
opinion.
hands-on, no opinion.
I think it was John of
Si
UnboxPH, di
John
ba, Leia,
yun.
who said that, na parang, kung hindi mo hawak yung phone, wala kang opinion.
Totoo
But
naman.
honestly
Sinasagot niya
speaking,
talaga
'di
yun.
ba? But yeah, honestly
Can you
speaking,
imagine?
not to be mean, ganun talaga. Miski naman ako eh. 'Di ba? If wala sa atin yung phone, if
Mm-mm.
we never really experience the device,
Yes.
why make a video out
Mm-mm.
of it? I
Yes.
mean, pwede
Oo.
naman. We can always
Mag-react
make
ka
reaction
lang.
videos.
Reactions. Oo.
Yeah. But,
Correct.
it's always like, di, watch someone else though.
Alam mo ba, Isa,
Dami-dami namin eh.
oo, people are asking me kung bakit daw hindi, yung review ko na video, bakit daw hindi in-depth yung parang camera tour, ganyan.
Mm-mm.
Gusto ko talaga siyang sagutin, but then minsan parang nauubos na lang din yung energy ko. But honestly, alam mo, what's on my mind, go to Isa's channel. Sobrang, she really goes deep when it comes to camera. 'Di ba? Camera
Yeah, and
UI, camera.
it's like, I mean, I get it. That's what you're looking for. Pero parang, I'm gonna say this once. I don't want to say this again because it might come off mean. But it's really wow. The content that you're watching for free, we have to cater to you, one specific person in the audience looking for one specific thing. Diba? How absurd is that? Like, I love people who give constructive criticism in the comments if you say it nicely. So many times when I make a mistake and you say it nicely, I will pin your comment and say, yes, you're right. I'm so sorry. Ganyan, ganyan. But like, if you say it in a nasty way, I'm not even gonna engage. And you know what? I think Leia we should do an episode on like women on the internet and how we respond to comments. We've done that somewhat before, but I feel like kailangan ng refresher also. That would be another nice one.
Okay, let's remember that. Gusto ko yan. Kasi kanina, kasi before we shot this podcast, may sinagot
Mhm.
lang ako. Eh.
No, it's so hard because as women, it's harder to keep boundaries, even more so on the internet. This is something I've always been um very vocal about, how like a lot of people are like, Isa, wag mo na silang pansinin, or Isa, like wag ka na mainis. I'm like, no, this is a normal reaction, and as a woman, I'm trying to create a space in a male dominated industry where I can create my own content for women that are similar to women and lifestyle users that are similar to me. If some person can just walk in at kaya akong bastusin in the space I'm trying to create, what message does that send to the people I'm trying to foster in my community, to the other content creators that I am trying to welcome and say we can do this, if we're just gonna take it? So like, I get so pissed, but at the same time, it's a hard lesson for me to learn that I can't respond to every comment, and sometimes you have to pick your battles, and sometimes you have to like parang save yourself for the bigger fights. Kumbaga,
Yeah, yeah,
it's a
yeah.
hard
Choose your
lesson.
battles.
Yeah, it's a
Mahirap kasi
Oo,
hard
if
oo.
lesson.
if patulan lahat, baka araw-araw bad trip na lang tayo. And
Yeah.
come on, we deserve some happiness
Yeah.
in
Oh
life,
my
right?
God.
Correct.
Kami ni Mary may time na ganyan, na yun talagang init talaga na ng ulo namin. Tapos pareho na kami alam mo yung, today ako yung galit, tomorrow si Mary yung galit. Tapos parang the next day pareho kami. 'Di ba? May time na ganyan sa comments, kaming dalawa parang hapon-hapon na lang nag-chat, parang ba to ganyan. It's tough.
Actually, yes. Pero you guys, to everyone who's listening right now, we don't want you guys to feel na parang
Mm.
nagrereklamo kami or what.
Of course not.
It's yes,
Mm.
diba? It's just part of the struggles, but we assure you guys at the end of the day, we really are happy sa kung anong ginagawa namin, and hindi kami like napilitan na nilagay dyan, oh mag-review ka dyan.
O
Hindi
hindi.
ganon.
Of course
Oo.
Speaking
not.
of happy,
Oo.
one of the content I really enjoy making is Married with Tech. It's a
Talaga.
yeah, it's like a segment that we have sa Unbox na occasionally that's when Jamie and I get together. Kasi usually mag-isa lang kami gumagawa ng videos,
Mm.
kanya-kanyang videos, 'di ba? But for that particular segment, na appreciate ko because we were able to give his and hers perspective, meaning we may not always agree on things kasi again, iba yung gusto ni Jamie sa gadgets, iba yung important for me,
Mhm.
and that's
Mhm.
totally fine. And ang gusto ko nun at the end of the day, I get to say, pwede mo bilhin yan at hindi mo pwede bilhin yan.
Totoo. I love that segment. I was telling Jamie also, I loved it.
Yeah, super cute, you guys.
So yun, it's also, I guess, because I'm doing it with my husband. So feeling ko, don't get me wrong, I'm okay making videos, pero sometimes kasi medyo it gets to me pag puro camera na lang yung kaharap ko, and it's really fun to, parang ganito, we're interacting with
Yeah, yeah,
people,
yeah.
and which is lacking so much these days, puro digital na nga interactions natin
Totoo.
eh. So I enjoy making content with people, syempre with Jamie, and I look forward nga na before kasi we're able to make pa mga collab videos na as in magkasama talaga kami physically So kung kailan man mangyari yun. kung,
Nagpaparinig ata, Jamie. Nagpaparinig ata si Leia. Mag-married with tech na daw kayo.
ay meron kami this week.
Woo!
But
Okay.
yeah, I look forward to yung collaborations nga with you ladies. Baka we can do something together. I don't
Mhm.
know when it's safe. So yun,
Yeah.
wala lang. Kasi that's one of the, for me, the perks of being a content creator. It's really working with other creators pa and, just, wala lang. Just doing things together.
I really think in these times, parang if you want to experiment with
So,
content,
nag-smile tayo lahat.
if you want to experiment with content, parang today really is the time because everyone is
Mhm.
now talagang ever since the pandemic, diba? Everyone is literally on the internet na, living their lives on the internet. We work,
Yeah.
we ano. So, yung nga sinasabi natin, we have these commenters who are always bashing, and I think that's one of the things that are stopping women or people from creating videos because they're scared. So, because they're preying
Yeah.
on your insecurity, diba? Guys,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am super insecure about myself, and I actually don't feel comfortable in front of the camera all the time. But
But
I
we
like
will
what
tell
I'm
you,
doing.
Vika, we will tell you, Vika, we love you on cam. Like, we love you on cam.
I
So,
didn't even know you were insecure about that.
Guys,
I
I'm
Yeah,
the
didn't know
yeah.
most
until
insecure
now.
person on earth. I'm telling you these. In all honesty, I'm not ashamed of it. I'm super insecure. Like, I do not find myself to be a presentable person. Talaga, I have. So if you are out there thinking na I can't create content because nahihiya ako on camera, or I can't do it because they're just going to make fun of my hair, they're going to make fun of my face, they're going to make fun of my nose, my lips, whatever, cares? Who cares
oh,
na? If
yeah.
you are speaking from the heart, if you are doing something, speaking from what you know and what you want to go to learn, people will see that. Like you guys, diba? Sobrang sincere. So don't be scared to experiment with all kinds of content, like what Isa's doing, Mary, and you guys with Married with Tech, diba? It's not normal and it's working. So
Yeah,
go.
I agree. You know, it's so funny because I also, like, for me, I was so critical with my content. So much so na my boyfriend would tell me, doesn't have to be perfect, just post it because what's
Mm-mm.
important is you have your video out. Like, I remember when I was starting, I was telling Jamie and sila Mary, or who, I can't even remember who, or Carlo, I think it was Jamie. We were having a conversation and Jamie said, "Oh my gosh, hirapan ako sa B-roll na yan. I shot that for, like, I was doing the video the whole day." And I was like, huh? I'd shoot one video for like 3 days nung time na yon, mabilis na. So, minimum mga 1 week for one video because I'd go through everything. I'd reshoot 3 times. When I started YouTube, I I was a writer. I wasn't really
Mm-mm.
a videographer. Alam ni Kev, Vika, like how I was with editing. I did not understand how to edit. I was like, ha, ha, ha. Alam mo yun? Like, so like, when I started, ako naman, ang sobrang laking insecurity ko is, I don't want my content to look like, yung mababang bar ko nun, ayoko na mukhang hindi ako marunong mag-edit. Ganun lang. And then, because of that, I was super critical of myself and my shots and everything, that people actually had to come out and tell me na parang, "Isa, okay lang yan. If it's not perfect, who cares?" And eventually, you realize
Yeah.
that the thing that you fixate on, the thing you're insecure about, like for me for a long time, I was very insecure about like background kasi gusto ko, may certain idea ako in my head that I wanted for how my video should look all the time. And when hindi ko yun na-achieve, na-frustrate ako. And then eventually, I realized, no one has ever commented. Like, they commented on any other stupid thing. Pero nakashoot na ako ng video and nakita ni Mary to kasi pinagtatawanan ko to. May baso sa harap, foreground, nakaganyan. And I'm like, blah, 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 blah. No one commented on the baso nakalagay there. So, parang, Vika is completely right. And it's also like what I'm learning from this conversation is, I mean, she says she's insecure, but like day one, I've been watching the Modern Creatures videos and I'm like, natural nito ni Vika, oh, ang galing.
Yun lang yan,
So,
guys, acting.
I wouldn't
galing.
have known otherwise. Actually, there was a time when, alam mo yung lahat ng comment, sinusunod ko. Yung tipong, I'm talking about the phone, blah, 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 you're too hyper. So sa next video, I like to, this phone is, maya naman, parang inaantok ka. So, parang at this point really, kung sabog ako in that day, sabog ako sa video, you can tell. And dumating ako sa point na kung mabarok ako, mabulol ako, hayaan na yan sa video.
Mary, di ba pinag-uusapan pa namin nun yung parang mga kailangan sobrang flat lay, kailangan sobrang makeup. Like, I feel like it's time we accept the duality. Kasi we were talking about it like, we have to put makeup on, ganyan-ganyan. And then may
Ah,
time na
yes.
sobrang na-over it ako. Like, hindi na ako naliligo, hindi na ako nagpa-makeup. Tapos walang nakapansin. Ang pinaka-crazy doon, nung sinipag naman akong mag-makeup, parang lahat sila, ang blooming mo ate. So, naging good thing pa siya. Kasi parang from naka-makeup ako, ayos na ayos ako, to hindi ako naka-makeup, walang napansin. And then, finally, na nag-makeup ako, biglang blooming pa ako bigla. So,
Diba?
every now and then, ngayon hindi na ako mag-makeup para paglabas, blooming ako lagi.
Yun. Anyway, ladies, we're running 45 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
So there, I think we have to cut it now because we can do another 2 hours, guys. No joke.
That's true. That's true.
Kayang-kaya, yeah.
So there, basta yun. I guess to recap everything, the point here is every creator has his or her own style of content. Not all videos are reviews, guys. So look at the context. And usually, actually, you don't even have to look at the context.
Look at
Context.
the
Kasi
title.
sinasabi, oh, look at the title. Tsaka sinasabi pa
Oo.
namin. So, just those things. We don't use the word review lightly kasi.
Yeah, and then
So,
if you're curious about like if it's branded, we have an episode that talks about branded content and how we treat it so that you guys can like get like where we're coming from and know like what features are there in our videos. Para alam nyo if you're curious about the process.
while we're at it, make sure to watch all of our videos. Kahit na pare-parehong product yan, seriously, you'll get different
Mm.
opinions and because we use our devices differently as well. And kahit pa all girls kami ha, iba-iba kami ng
Yeah.
priorities.
Correct.
Yeah.
Alam mo
True,
ba,
very
Leia, like
true.
before we end this, kapag ako may gusto akong bilhin, not just tech, kunwari just lens, I make
Mm.
sure I watch like at least 5 videos before I buy it.
Mm.
Kailangan manood ako ng
Mm.
maraming videos. And I'm sure yung mga nakikinig sa atin right now, alam niyo yun, at least watch, ano mo yun, kahit 3 videos man
Yeah,
lang.
yeah,
So you
oo.
get different perspectives. So mas madali yung decision making.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very true.
Buyer's
And then
remorse after.
yeah.
Like I researched so much for these headphones kasi ang hirap mag-compromise talaga
I
ng
love
at
your
nung cute
headphones.
and
To-
high
oh
end,
my
'di ba?
god,
Parang
truly.
it's never
Truly.
there. It's always
Girl,
like
oh
Nahiya
my
naman
god.
ako. I didn't even care about the audio quality. Nakita ko lang, ang cute niya.
Meron rin
cute
akong
siya,
pa-cute
number one.
meron rin akong pa-cute headphones lang. So, see my problem because exactly right because meron akong work headphones, meron akong pa-cute
Mm,
headphones.
mm. You
Yung
have to
Yeah.
do
pa-cute ba
2
yung
things.
yung
Yung
pusa?
may parang,
Yeah, yung pink,
Yung
Ah,
yung
isa.
yeah,
favorite
yeah,
ko.
yeah, yeah.
Oo,
That,
oo.
I've seen that,
Yeah.
oo. 'Di ba may
So,
gano'n pa tayo.
Hala, gusto ko
yeah.
na rin ng pa-cute na headphones. Ano ba yan?
ako din eh. Ito lang lagi gamit ko.
Parang ang boring tuloy ng headphones ko. I mean, it's boss, pero wala akong pake kasi hindi naman siya cute.
Okay
Maganda
lang
naman
yan. Ikaw
siya,
na
'di
lang
ba?
yung cute. Ikaw na lang yung cute
Oo,
Oo
oo.
niyan.
nga,
Daan
correct.
mo yan
Tama.
Bawiin natin
sa
sa,
ano, alam mo na.
sa
Daan mo yan
cute.
sa
Sa
hindi mo
ano.
pantay-pantay na buhok.
Oy, hindi naman. Gusto ko yung, nandito na tayo sa book ni Mary yung usap.
Oo nga eh.
Oh,
Background, she cut her own hair.
siguro let's continue this na lang after
Oo.
the
Oo nga.
Yeah.
Oh,
pasensya
well,
na
we'll
to
see you
all
next
this.
time, guys.
So, thank you, Vika, for joining us in
Thank
today's
you.
episode. Sana hindi huli. O, diba?
Yes, oo nga. It's so fun you're here, Vika.
I
So,
had fun with you guys. Super.
so
Ang
please,
bilis.
Vika, promote your channel and where can they find you and TMC?
Hey, hi guys. Again, I'm Vika of The Modern Creature. So it's not solely mine. We are a tandem, me and my husband. We are on YouTube at The Modern
House band.
Creature, Houseband and Housewife. Hindi,
Hindi ko alam yung
wala akong
asawa.
sinabing,
Oh my
wala
God,
akong sinabing tama.
Mary! Mary! Hindi niya
Oh
daw
my
alam
God.
na house
Sige.
band. Okay, go.
Sorry girl, sige continue. Mamaya na kita chichikahin.
Okay. Yun lang, The Modern Creatures is on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're everywhere. Just search The Modern Creatures, you guys. Subscribe, follow, all that jazz.
Yes! How about,
Ayaw na sabihin
you
lahat eh.
ladies? How about you, Isa and Mary after?
So you can find me on Isa Does Tech and then Isa Does underscore on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok where we do tech in your life, in style, in my heart. Charot! Bakit my heart?
Heart, guys.
Oh my God,
Um,
ganito na pala yun.
Gusto ko
Ang
mas
hirap
malaki.
nun, parang hindi ko kaya. Anyway, you guys can find me naman in YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Just type Mary Bautista YT. It's all the same. I made sure of that para hindi kayo maligaw.
Favorite ko yung I made sure of that ni Mary.
yeah. If may fake account, that's not me. So, yeah, follow me, guys.
Oy, by the way, guys, okay, sorry. quick segue because may giveaway and may giveaway winners tayo for the podcast. But there are a number of fake Isa Does accounts na nang sa scam for giveaways. Like, sumasakit na yung ulo ko. But please, 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 please be careful. Yun lang. Sorry, sumegway lang ako before I forget.
Yes. Ayun. And for me, I'm Leia with UnboxPH. So check out our website. We're also on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. San pa ba? Sige, in your
Twitter?
hearts na rin daw, sabi ni Isa. Kadiri. So yun, thank you
Peace.
so much for joining us in today's episode, and for those who joined our giveaway and who followed us also, we're What Women Want in Tech, pare-pareho yan across all platforms as well. So thank you for the support and for listening to us chat. Do our girl talk on
Bye!
every week. Bye guys.